Welcome to a quick update on the 406 Coupe. In the first video you saw the car being recovered down from where it had been sat for a couple of years. In the second video we had a little look around it, so underneath it, changing wheels, such like, ground off a little bit of rust that was sort of underneath the car. But one thing that was painfully obvious throughout this whole journey was that the battery was going to be no good on the car. It had just enough for a booster pack to get going, but it didn't have enough juice to basically fire the car into life. So that was the next thing we had to remedy. Now, it wouldn't be a French car without some sort of drama to go with that. And what we've found is that by putting a new battery on it, I've got a whole host of issues that have come up with this car now. So getting an initial sort of bonging sound from the onboard computer inside the car itself. So it was coming up with a couple of errors, one of which was saying it was going into eco mode. Another one was that it forgot the key. Now, this is something that's actually it can be either something simple or something quite major with these. By forgetting the key, that means that it can't start the car. The remote's not working central locking wise either. And yeah, that's a bit of an issue. But I'm hoping that it's going to be something quite simple, because what I've done when I fit the batteries, I think I was a little too quick in sort of changing over the old battery to the new battery, which is a big no-no. You've got to let the BSI unit rest for a certain amount of time before you fit another battery, so everything has an adequate time to shut off. I didn't do that, and I forgot that, and that's a golden rule. You'll notice actually with quite a lot of my car videos where I do mess up every now and again, that I do have an absolute brain fart and forget that the procedures that I've got to do. That's why I'm not a mechanic. So yeah, that's an issue now that we've got. The car won't start. We're getting on the dash itself the little key symbol, little orange key symbol saying that it doesn't know the immobiliser or slash the little clip inside the key. It's also got the engine management light on still, and the handbrake lights on when you have the key out the ignition. So a couple of things here that we could look at. I've discovered that the bonnet actually has an alarm sensor inside it. So we've got the hazards that are going 10 to the dozen when the battery's connected, and also there's a clicking from a relay in the engine bay itself, whether that is the indicator relay or whatever, but it's definitely something audible clicking there. When you're inside the car itself, you can hear almost like the fuel pump, sort of the whining of the fuel pump kicking up. Could very well be something different. It does sound like it's passenger side rather than sort of rear where I would thought the fuel pump would be. But anyway, there is a sound, it's audible, it is in the front of the car. Now, there is a couple of things that could be the issue here. So yes, the BSI unit could have corrupted the ECU or something along the lines, that's the major one. But the simple one could very well be that the driver's footwell is wet, and under the carpet in the footwell is a whole load of electrical connectors. Now, if these get corroded, start to rust, you can have issues, electrical issues, which are a lot like what I'm experiencing here. So that's going to be my next step, is sort of trying that, getting the carpet up, cut it up, or, try and remove the trim and get it up all in one piece, dry it out and have a look at those connectors. Maybe I'll sort of relume them, or find a way to reroute them or something, so we don't have this issue again if this is the problem, and give that a try and see what happens. I'm hoping this is going to be the case, but also I need to try the car again with the bonnet being actually fully down and closed, the doors being shut as well, because again, it could be an alarm thing that's throwing it off and putting the car in some sort of lockdown. But the windows I can't undo, can't put them down to try the BSI reset classic method of sort of, having the window down, putting the lights on, the key and all that lot. So that's a bit of drama in itself, but I'm going to sort of persevere a bit, and I'm going to hope that we can work this out. I'm not going to give up on the car. If we've got to get an auto electrician out, we've got to. If we've got to get a new key redone, whatever. But also there is the possibility that there is the aerial in the, where the key goes in the ignition, around the sort of the barrel there is a sort of an antenna that talks to the key. That can sometimes go wrong as well, and that's a cheap repair. So we'll give that a try, and also try a new battery in the remote and all sorts of things, because we're bound to get to the bottom of it eventually. So I'll just show you a quick video of what it's doing, and judge for yourself. If you've had this as an issue, let me know any sort of pointers or tips that you can give me to try and get this majestic beast back on the road again. All right, so cheers.